Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Michaela Peters. I am recording this from the university, which feels super weird. I'm here with the baby who is not feeling so great today and keeps getting fussy, so we'll see how long this actually goes. But I decided that I should make a video because right now, I have my aunt visiting me, so because I'm trying to, pay attention to the fact that she is visiting me, I therefore am, trying to be a good host and all that, and not necessarily be doing my YouTube videos all over the place while she's here, and I appreciate her help. So this is the nice thing about having two parents for a child is it lightens the load a little bit, although I guess if you have more children that doesn't continue to necessarily be the case. Don't know. Anyway, I'm wearing this shirt today, which is from Artsakh in Armenia, and I was thinking about how if I showed up to Azerbaijan wearing this shirt, they probably would not let me into the country because it's technically you're not actually supposed to be going to the certain region of Armenia if you want to go to Azerbaijan because of a bunch of political tension. Anyway, that's not the point of this video. In case you didn't know, if people from Azerbaijan and people from Armenia really have a lot of tension, so try not to play favorites, even though low-key I do, because I've only been to Armenia, I have not been to Azerbaijan. Anyway, long, irrelevant interlude as usual, but I felt like it was appropriate to address the fact that my story did come out in the newspaper proper today. It was published online a week ago, and what ended up happening was that, well, it's kind of interesting because actually I was in a classroom and somebody's like, hey, are you American? Are you that girl who was in the newspaper? And then I was like, yeah, it was me. And it's funny because, I came to the university today and I was like, I'm getting, paranoid that, people just, are recognizing me, which, duh, what do you expect if you're in the newspaper? So it's, pretty dumb. I'm trying to read part of it, even though I had already, seen what it was going to be about, and, I get the idea is, yeah, I have a YouTube channel where I talk about my life with 10,000 subscribers, and then they, there's, a picture of my page, and a lot of it recently has been talking about the baby. Yeah, so, I don't know, it's super interesting, though, and it honestly, it feels so weird to, understand conceptually that I've been having this channel running now for, I got monetized. Oh, great, the baby spit out the pacifier. This is not gonna be good. Anyway, this channel got monetized in July, I think, last year, so it's been over a year, and I've just been talking about whatever random crap on the channel. Yeah, this is why doing this in public is hard, because I get distracted by staring at people, because I'm in a fishbowl type of thing right now. Yeah, and I'm trying to keep myself occupied while my aunt is doing some work. I'm thinking about taking the baby for a walk or something because I don't have any more classes, so I'm starting to feel like, why am I here? I mean, I do have some work for the classes I need to do, but yeah, the baby is not sleeping, and that's the other thing, managing the baby. But I'm super appreciative I have help right now. Yeah, so some things recently on the channel, we know baby got the passport and all that cool stuff. Been working hard to set up an ideal life for her, trying to figure out how I'm going to manage being a present parent moving forward while doing 500 things. I'm also, still working on my startup idea and went to something today to learn about funding through OP, technically through the bank. And the one business partner I've acquired for the startup idea, he's like, wow, you're just doing so much with the baby. I'm like, you should have seen me when I was pregnant. It was way worse. Which, to be honest, I rose pretty much to relative YouTube fame during the entire time I was pregnant. And I kept joking about nobody knows if I secretly have a family. Low-key I did. It was just still in my belly. But anyway, I don't know. I did want to, maybe on my, the Finnish channel that I'm trying to promote, read this article out loud, and then people can tell me where I totally, butchered whatever it is in Finnish. So, I did the interview in English, so, I conceptually understand, what a lot of this is about, which is why I can kind of understand some of what's going on here. But it looks longer than what he sent me, so I'm sure there were, some edits. I'm not really entirely sure. I would have to check, but yeah, I mean, it's pretty, weird and cool, and honestly, even though I've been having this YouTube thing, going on for a while, it's still very, I think the concept of, being internet famous is very different than being, famous in public, because, it's I'm literally walking around and people recognize me because it's a local newspaper, and, I'm, in a town of, 72,000 people or whatever it is now. I guess that kind of does seem like sort of a big deal. So, I don't know. I guess it's all pretty interesting that this is happening. I don't know, I just feel like I need to do some sort of update, but I'm so flabbergasted that I don't even really know what to say about it. Like, on one hand, I'm like super appreciative for this opportunity, but at the same time, like, I don't really know what to do with it. Like, I have all these other things that I'm like, juggling or like feel like I want to do, especially like my startup idea stuff and continuing my PhD and then making sure I'm spending time with my baby and making sure my baby learns 500 languages because that for some reason is important to me. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, I don't even know what else to really like talk about on here. I guess one thing that came to my mind recently was like not necessarily understanding, it may be conceptually yes, but emotionally no, like kind of like how difficult really I think the last year was. So maybe it's a good thing that things were hard. Maybe it made me like extra successful in some weird way. Actually, the year, kind of fun fact, I had like really, really good sports times in high school the year that both my parents got remarried, and that was kind of rough, admittedly. So maybe there's something about like, tragedy being connected to lots of success. So whatever, let's appreciate that. But yeah, so again, it's like I'm very like thankful and appreciative and like kind of still, I talk about all the time, like amazed that people even like watching this channel. Coupled with the fact that now at this point, see, the baby's calm now, I guess because I'm talking and she's hearing my voice, so that's cool. Coupled with the fact that it's sort of like amazing that I'm now like in the newspaper and like mini famous, as I said, and that people are coming up to me and recognizing me. Now, I don't know what the good in that is, but it's just still interesting. And again, it's like, how did this happen? Like, people ask me, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't know. It was an accident, like a lot of things in my life at this point. But, again, I'm just going to appreciate it. So thank you for your continued support. I'm sure more people are finding the channel now. I don't think that necessarily means my subscriber count is going to revive itself to 10,000. It seems like Finnish people are more apprehensive to subscribe to my channel than the Russian audience, which is like, honestly, I think carrying the bulk of this channel at this point. But yeah, so what I might go ahead and do now is try to actually like read this out loud for the Finnish side. But yeah, so again, thank you for your continued support of the channel. I'm glad that people find this interesting. It is a form of livelihood for me, even though not a very big one. So it's somewhat a hobby, somewhat a job, which those are the best kind. All right, I guess that's going to be it for this update. So cool. I think I'm going to go buy like 10 of these newspapers and like give them to my family or something as a gift, or I'm just going to frame them. And one of the like cool things is I was actually on a billboard when I was little with my mom, like when I was a baby, and now my baby is like in something with me when she's a baby. So that's just really like hilarious to me. Yeah, then I don't know. I don't know what else really to report. Just that, we do actually have plans to go back to the U.S. to, as I keep saying, present the baby to family. We had success in getting her passport. It actually went through like super quickly. I'm kind of like surprised how that even happened. And what's the other thing with it? Passport went through, so we're planning on flying back. I have to like get some stuff organized and all that. I feel like I should go for a walk or something while it's nice out. I don't know. Yeah, but that's kind of it. Taking a lot of classes this week. I have a class tomorrow. So that's all those things. All right, well, thanks for coming to my channel, I guess, and supporting it. And I hope that this is still interesting, even though, my whole objective has been to make my life as boring as possible now for the last year. And having a baby kind of helps, but at the same time, not enough, clearly. All right, until next time. Bye.